and I can't have nothing for myself no more. Here come my children with their hands out, kids today learning how to do without. Gotta have something like all their friends. They empty daddy's pockets and then they back again. Here come my ex with a handout. She still like the money though the love ran out. And there's one thing that I know for sure, she ain't got nothing a 40-hour job won't cure. And I can't have nothing for myself no more. And I work so hard, y'all, and I don't know what for. Even the wolf has to stand in line outside my door. And I can't have nothing, y'all, for myself no more. Here's Uncle Sam with his hand out, gonna get his, you know there ain't no doubt. I don't mind paying anyone I owe, but at the end of the day, ain't a thing to show. Staring through the window at a sweet guitar, catching the reflection of a big red car. I wouldn't mind having something for myself, but I got barely enough for everybody else. And I can't have nothing, y'all, for myself no more. And I work so hard, I don't know what for. Even the wolf has to stand in line outside my door. And I can't have nothing, no, for myself no more. Oh yeah. Come on now, baby. I thought for a minute I'd got ahead. I wasn't a black, but it turned to red. Looking around the yard for that money tree that everybody thinks belongs to me. And I can't have nothing, oh, for myself no more. I work so hard and I don't know what for. Even the big bad wolf has to stand in line out beside my door. And I can't have nothing for myself no more. Look in here.
Welcome to the Tony D. Now Show. I'm Tony D. My guest co-host here is Mr. John Martini Martin tonight. And John, I understand we have a real rock star here tonight, and why don't you tell us who he is?
Yes, we do. We have a good friend of mine, Harvey Dalton Arnold, and he spent many years with the world-famous The Outlaws Band, and went through a lot with them, and we're going to talk about a lot of things and find out where he's from and just sort of, you know, let the viewers know a little bit more about this guy. How about that, Tony?
That sounds good to me, but before we do that, what we're going to do is we're going to bring him out here, and he's going to do 4 or 5 songs for you that he wrote, and let's get on with it.
Sure.
Come on, Harvey, it's your turn.
Let's do it.
Well, I've been tomcatting such a long time now, running into open arms just to walk right out. But now all that I need is just don't get it anymore. And this cold and lonesome feeling's got to go. There's this here one lady keeps on coming around, got me thinking that maybe, yeah, this is love we're found. Well, she said she could save me and there's no real way to know. And this cold and lonesome feeling has got to go. I once had one, gave her all my love, thought for sure she was satisfied. Then the changes came and brought on the rain, and my sun refused to shine. Well, this road keep rolling, and down it I must too. But these arms won't be holding nobody else but you. You can read it in my letter, you can hear it on the phone, yeah, that this cold and lonesome feeling has got to go. Yeah, this cold and lonesome feeling has got to go. Gotta go. I'm talking about real soon, people. Gotta go. Right now, yeah, yeah. King Cotton coming back again, shining machine that's easy on the hand. Listen to the field, you can hear the people sing. King Cotton coming back again. Take a little trip to Eastern Carolina, you'll understand what's on my mind. They take me all the way back when. King Cotton coming back again. Oh, tobacco had to go. Made my uncle rich, it made my daddy poor, but take me all the way back when. King Cotton coming back again. I say the King Cotton coming back again. Shiny machine that's easy on the hand. Listen to the field, you can hear the people sing. Yeah. King Cotton coming back again. I say, oh, oh, early in the morning, oh, till the day is done. Throw it on your shoulder and you take it to the gin. Yeah. King Cotton coming back again. I say the King Cotton coming back again. Shiny machines that's easy on the hand. Listen to the field, you can hear the people, you can hear the people say, yeah. King Cotton coming back again. King Cotton coming back again. King Cotton coming back again. Woo. Oh yeah.
Welcome back to the Tony D. Now Show. I am Tony D. And you already met Mr. John Martini Martin at the start of the show. And you saw Harvey singing, and I think he was just great. And Harvey, my first question is for you, and okay. I'd like to ask you, you are a native of North Carolina, is that correct?
That's right. Yeah, I was born and reared in Duplin County, which is sort of down east between Raleigh and Wilmington on the coastal plain. Born in Mount Olive and raised in a little town, Rose Hill, North Carolina. Okay. Home of the world's largest frying pan.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, Harvey, being from North Carolina, how did you get introduced to your instruments and the music you play, and the passion all behind that and all. And also the songs that you write, I heard one, and obviously you write from the heart of being where you're from. So tell us a little bit about those two things.
Okay. Well, like so many, the spark was the Beatles.
Well, absolutely.
On the Ed Sullivan Show. However, without realizing, my roots were being from Eastern North Carolina, bluegrass. I still love that and write that, and had a song covered by J.D. Crowe a few years ago.
Wow, really?
And I would say the Beatles, just seeing what they did to the girls.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I think I started with the tennis racket, and then started playing drums and keyboard. And a friend in high school, actually, a fellow named Richard Bell, I was playing keys and sold my keyboard, borrowed it back, and the guy said, "Hey, I need my keyboard," after about 5 weeks. So my friend pulled out the bass, strung it upside down. I'm left-handed.
Right.
And proceeded to show me my first song. So that's how I got started.
So away we go.
That's right.
How did you go from a 4 to a 6 string, or a 6 to a 4? Whatever you did there. What happened there?
Well, I played bass for years now. I think I've played 45 years or something like that. And I think my 6 string stemmed from a divorce after 25 years of marriage. I moved out to a 200-acre strawberry farm in a little single-wide trailer, and one night I was in the spirit and picked up a guitar and put a slide on my finger, and everything was just right, and I said, wow, I'm a bass player, and here I can express myself. So I was determined to learn. I just played every day and still play every day. So I've been playing probably 10, 11 years now. I still have a band in Wilmington from 1969, and I play bass with them. And in the western part of the state, I play guitar.
Oh. Harvey, I understand you have played, obviously, in many, many different rock/blues bands around the state and southeast and whatever. But I do have a question. How did it come about that you joined the world famous band, the Outlaws?
Well, I was in Florida. I had met a Florida band in Jacksonville, North Carolina, and my North Carolina band broke up. And the next day, they invited me to. The band was called Fresh Squeeze. Isn't that a nice Florida name?
Perfect from Florida.
They were from Florida, in Melbourne, Florida, and we were playing in Tampa, Florida, which is the home of the Outlaws.
Yes.
And the Outlaws had lost their bass player. They had just come off the road, and actually the Outlaws asked a mutual friend one day, had known a long time, a fellow named Wally Dents, and Wally had a band that was just about to get their own record deal. So he said, I can't give up on my project. But he said, I know somebody that would be good. And he recommended me. I'd never heard the Outlaws or heard of the Outlaws. And Wally said, they're really a pretty big band. You really ought to go for this. And he pulled out an album and marked 3 or 4 songs. And I stayed up all night learning them. They heard me Friday night and auditioned me Saturday, hired me Sunday, started rehearsing Monday, and Thursday we were in Birmingham, Alabama, in front of Johnny Winter and Linda Skinner.
Right.
So it happened very, very fast.
Oh yeah. Well, that's interesting.
I didn't know what I had gotten into until I walked out on the stage in Birmingham.
And there was, what, 10,000 people out there?
I think about 12.
There you go. Good guess.
And I said, yeah.
Coming up with a band like that, well, first of all, I understand that you cut 4 albums with them.
Correct.
What was that like, dealing with your co-band members and various engineers and producers, and what was that like?
That was one of the most satisfying and amazing parts of it, because I was really lucky to work with world-class producers. The first album was an album called Hurry Sundown, and we recorded it in Coconut Grove, Florida, with a fellow named Bill Simzik producing, and he produced Thrill Is Gone by B.B. King, the Eagles, Hotel California. It was a brand new studio, and the first album he had just finished was Hotel California with the Eagles. And he said, come in, step into my studio, let me play you something we just finished up. And he played the song Hotel California on the big speakers, and that was quite an experience, hearing that for the first time.
Exactly.
In the studio like that. So that's Bill Simzik. Then we did a live album that Bill executive produced. The third album was a fellow named John Mutt Lang, and Mutt Lang had produced Foreigner. Later he married Shania Twain and was her producer and songwriter. And to see how they did things was totally different. Bill, the first album, would let us play. He was a master splicer. One song we just couldn't quite get it. Started, stopped. He said, "Y'all go play pool." So we went, played pool, and he called us back in, and the tape back then was like 2 inches, and you could see where he'd put it together, and it actually doing that, just amazing, and you could not tell. And Mutt Lang we would write an intro and record it, and the next day we would record a verse and hit the tape, and he'd put that together, totally different. The fourth album was with a fella, Johnny Sandlin, who had produced Brothers and Sisters with the Allman Brothers.
Oh yeah.
Great guy. He would turn on the tape and sit back and eat peanuts, and very casual approach. And of course, there's a whole lot more to it than that, but that was quite educational and thrilling, really, to work with.
Well, you're dealing with pros for sure.
Pros that had totally different approaches, so it was really cool.
Yeah. Harvey, traveling with a band with that kind of fame, I know the schedule has to be quite hectic. Tell us and the viewers a little bit about what it's like to have that kind of schedule to deal with on a daily basis.
Someone told me one year we worked 210 cities.
Wow.
Or gigs, maybe some of them twice. And
hectic might not be the right word here.
You just do it. I remember having to open the drawer in the hotel and look at the phone book and see where I was.
Where am I?
Yeah, and we were a Southern rock band, rebel flags everywhere. We could be in Massachusetts,
Right.
So it was great. I was fairly young. It was in the mid to late 70s.
Yeah.
I wonder what it would be like to do it on that pace now, whether I could. Sometimes I say
That's a good question.
Leave it to the young single guys.
Right,
But, but when you're that age, I don't think you really think that much about it. Being tired is like kids playing in the rain. They don't even know if it's raining.
Harvey, you and I share a little experience together. We both had some health issues, and I know you have had some serious health issues as well. Without getting too personal, of course, but you want to share just a little bit of that with us and the viewers?
Well, I don't mind. I mean, nothing is too personal. In the health problem lottery, I took the one lump sum payment. In 2006, I was diagnosed with stage 4 head and neck cancer, and I thought I'd swallowed a hair. Went to a ear, nose, and throat doctor, at the last, he had diagnosed like a stomach problem, reflux, and at the last minute he said, wait a minute, I think I see something, and took a snippet that was in my tongue and way beyond the horizon. He had to really pull it out, and it was turned out because of the size, and it was stage 4 squamous cell carcinoma. So first thing they did was pull all of my teeth in 2.5 hours, because radiation, you can't have teeth problems after that when it's around. I had 60 radiations, 6 chemos, was out of work for a year.
Right.
Though I went back after 8 months because I could not watch Oprah one more time. Worked with no teeth. I grew a big, vicious mustache, and I got back into it, and had to pretty much rebuild my voice from scratch. Different acoustics with dentures, just singing in the car every day. And so I'm really, I try not to let a day go past without appreciating being back.
Well, we're both lucky in that sense, and I think we, share some similar situations. And, this kind of stuff is not fun. It's serious. It's, you have your life in front of you, but all of a sudden it looks like, well, it's very, very dim now, So I'm just really happy for you that you've come full circle with this thing. Is that correct?
That's true. It's been 7 years,
Right.
and at Duke, the doctor invites interns in because he says my case and the scope looks like nothing ever happened.
Congratulations.
So, yeah, it's great, and I tell people it's a gift in a way, because I would never view life as precious if I hadn't gone through that.
Yeah.
So we've talked about that. So,
yes, we have.
So somebody says, how can you feel lucky when going through that? But
Still alive and well.
yeah, I mean, I look at it as a positive experience, believe it or not, and I like to help people. The day I saw a human being that was ahead of me and had survived did more than anything. So I try to visit the hospital and help folks and show them that you can do it.
Yep.
Well, you certainly had a lot of help from the man upstairs, because your voice is back.
Well, thank you.
I'll say.
I mean, you were very, very good tonight, and
Thank you, Tony.
and I love your playing. Okay. There were a couple of songs that you did. One had to do with cotton.
Yeah.
Is that from your boyhood, or what is that?
No, that's from probably 3 or 4 years ago. I was driving. I remember Vanceboro, North Carolina. If you don't know where that is, that's sort of outside of New Bern. And driving along, and it just dawned on me that everything was white everywhere, and it was striking. And I did not know that cotton was a crop.
Yes.
And I imagine a lot of tobacco farmers have kind of switched to that out of necessity. But so it's one of those songs that just kind of spilled out. And in the song, it's King Cotton's coming back again, shiny machines, because there were these big.
I sure hope it does.
And listen to the fields, you can hear the people sing, because it was such a contrast with one big machine doing what hundreds of farmhands used to do. And I just said, what's going on? So.
You did a song about a dog.
Yeah.
And that kind of reminded me, there was a day when I was feeling kind of funky. I called John on the phone, and I said, John,
I remember this, yeah.
I'm in the process of writing a song here, John. He said, how's it go? And I sang him the first line, and it was about a dog. And it said,
I can relate.
I feel like you got me feeling like the dog that caught the tire. Right. Now from there, you can go anywhere with that one.
Oh yeah, you can.
And of course, I cracked up.
So
Can I steal that?
Isn't this a wonderful business to be in? I mean, we just have so much fun.
It's all about expression.
Yeah. We just have so much fun.
Well, you have to have fun.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to have fun because, you know, so many times it isn't for the money. The women look as old as I do, my groupies anymore. You got to have fun.
Yeah. You're in the process of doing an album right now, aren't you?
It's in the can, as they say. I'm with a label in Hillsboro, which is Music Maker Relief Foundation. And for the most part, they help a lot of elderly musicians, predominantly black blues musicians. And they've taken me in, and they did an album like the old school Robert Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
Just a mic, me and a guitar, and I recorded about 15 songs in right at or a little less than 2 hours.
Wow.
That's
So
truly amazing in the studio. Yeah.
it's, well, after I messed up a couple and he said, move on, I realized if I want this to be on here, I'm gonna have to get in some kind of a zone and a groove here. So I did, and I really love it.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight on the Tony D. Now Show, and we'll see you again next month. Thank you.
I've been a good boy through all your running around. I've either been a saint for staying or a fool for sticking around. And if the truth be told, I should have cut you loose, girl, a long, long time ago. This dog been staying in the yard, but he's gonna be out roaming around tonight. Listen to me, woman, what I say is true. I cannot deal with the crazy things you do. And if the truth be told, your hurting and flirting is making me gray and old. This dog been staying in the yard, but he's gonna be gallivanting tonight. Oh, this dog been sleeping all alone. Oh yeah, this dog, he need to bury him a bone. This dog been staying in the yard, but he's gonna be out roaming around tonight. Listen to me, ladies, what I say is true. I cannot deal with the crazy things you do. And if the truth be told, I should have cut you loose, woman, a long, long time ago. Listen to me, ladies, 'cause I'm telling you now, this heart full of love is gonna be pouring out. And if the truth be told,